20. Most amazing architecture in China. 20. CCTV Headquarters. The China Central Television Headquarters, or CCTV Headquarters, in eastern Beijing is known across the globe for its unique shape. Since its construction in 2012, it's become an iconic part of the skyline for its strange and futuristic shape. However, if you look closely, you might notice that it also looks like something else at certain angles. A giant pair of pants. That's why some people call it big underpants, and many people have relentlessly photoshopped it to look exactly like that. 19. Galaxy Soho. The Galaxy Soho building takes every convention about buildings and throws it out the window. Instead of straight edges and rectangular structures, the Galaxy Soho building in Beijing uses curved edges and fluid shapes. It's a mixed-use building that offers both office and retail spaces as well as a public courtyard. It also won the Royal Institute of British Architects Award in 2013. 18. People's Daily Headquarters. The People's Daily Headquarters serves as the building that hosts China's communist newspaper and is a striking-looking building that distinguishes itself against the city's iconic skyline. It looks like a futuristic, steam-lined rocket ship emerging from the ground now. But while it was being constructed, the wireframe looked a lot like a certain human body part. For a while, it was ridiculed, and officials went as far as to censor any comparisons to the building to any phallic shapes. Luckily, it has been completed and looks a lot less obscene. 17. Goutai Art Center. The Goutai Art Center is a building that focuses primarily on creating culture. It allows for recreational use by the locals, encouraging musical performances, shows, and other art galleries. It's relatively small, but has an impressive facade made of several pillars that make it look striking from below and look like a solid flat-top building from above. 16. Liyuan Library. The Liyuan Library is located right by a hillside village and has a mostly glass facade covered in actual firewood that make it look kind of strange from the outside. Once you walk into the library, you're greeted by a welcoming environment, and looking out from the glass, the sticks create a cool visual. 15. Henan Art Center. In Zhengzhou, the Henan Art Center is a beautiful building that might look like it was inspired by a nest of golden eggs, but was rather inspired by the shape of ancient Chinese instruments. These instruments include the zhun, the bone flute, and pan flute. It is primarily an art center that has a theater, an art gallery, concert hall, and even a museum. 14. The Piano House. The Piano House in the Chinese province of Anhui is a novelty building that's obviously modeled after a regal black piano and is fronted by a glass violin building. Of course, the entire building is dedicated to being a music venue. It was designed by students of architecture at the Hefei University of Technology and was designed to come completely alight at night. 13. Jinmao Tower. The Jinmao Tower is also translated into meaning the Golden Prosperity Building. It's one of the tallest buildings in Shanghai, only surpassed by the Shanghai Financial Center in 2007. It's 1,380 feet or 420.5 meters tall and 121 stories high. It's part retail space and tourist attraction, and 34 of its floors are used as the Grand Hyatt Hotel. 12. Oriental Pearl Radio and TV Tower. The Oriental Pearl Radio Tower is made up of 11 distinct spheres connected by 3 columns that are 30 feet in structure. It serves as a broadcasting tower, but also has an observatory level known as the Space Module at 1,148 feet high, and slightly lower observation levels known as Space City and the Sightseeing Floor. 11. Taipei 101. The skyscraper known as Taipei 101 was once the world's tallest building from its construction in 2004 and retained that record up until the completion of the Burj Khalifa in 2009. It is 101 stories high and measures 1,671 feet high from the ground to the tip. It was also awarded platinum certification from Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, or LEED. To this day, it's one of the greenest and tallest buildings in the world. You will also not find an elevator faster than Taipei 101's, as it goes from the 5th floor to the 87th floor in approximately 50 seconds. 10. Shanghai World Financial Center. The Shanghai World Financial Center is one of the tallest skyscrapers in the world and easily the tallest building in Shanghai. It's distinguished by its unique shape, 101 stories and 1,621 feet. It's a mixed space that has a ground-level mall, hotels, office spaces, and observational decks. 9. Beijing National Stadium. The Beijing National Stadium was built in 2008 for the 2008 Summer Olympics. It's also known as the Bird's Nest because of the lattice structure that covers the whole structure. It has a capacity of 91,000 total and had a record attendance of nearly just as many people. Currently, it does not have much use. 8. Beijing National Aquatic Center. The Beijing National Aquatic Center was another structure built for the 2008 Summer Olympics. Although it's not actually in the shape of a cube, it is colloquially known as the water cube. During the Olympics, swimmers broke 25 world records, but after the Olympics ended, officials struggled to find a use for the building. Now, after a 200 million UN revamp, it turned into an indoor water park. It is also slated to host curling events at the 2022 Winter Olympics. 7. The Lotus Building. In Wuzhen, China is the Lotus Building, a building that looks like a floating, lit lotus flower floating on a pool of water. It was built by the Australian architecture firm Studio 505 and obviously modeled after the iconic lotus flower. It is a flashy building that serves as the building for the City Planning Bureau, a major upgrade for a bureaucratic government committee. 6. Ring of Life. The Ring of Life is a super clean structure in Fushan, China, and stands at 515 feet tall. It is a giant steel structure in the shape of a giant circle. It has an observation deck and is lit up by 12,000 LED lights. The strange thing is that it's built out in the middle of nowhere as a way to attract a tourist industry to the area. It used around 3,000 tons of steel and cost around $16 million US. 5. New Century Global Center. The New Century Global Center is known as the biggest building by volume in the world. It's famous for the fact that 20 of the Sydney Opera House could fit inside of it. Inside of this center in Chengdu is an amazing amount of facilities, like an entire university complex, one of the biggest shopping centers in the world, an entire IMAX theater, and a faux Mediterranean village. 4. Phoenix International Media Center. This building is home for Phoenix Satellite Television and is officially called the Phoenix International Media Center, but is colloquially known as the Little Bird's Nest. It's reportedly modeled after a Mobius strip, which is why it has a round shape and continuous surface. It has office space and recording studios for everything in the production pipeline of Phoenix TV, which is a Hong Kong broadcasting firm that distributes to mainland China. It's not only stylish, but takes green practices into account, and the surfaces of the building collect rainwater to be recycled. 3. Zoho Peaks. The Zoho Peaks in Beijing were designed to look like a cluster of mountains, and they certainly live up to their namesake. They're a mixed-space building utilized as both a retail space and office complex, but it primarily decorates the Beijing skyline with a unique-looking building. 2. Coiling Dragon Cliff. This skin-tingling glass walk is the Coiling Dragon Skywalk and is installed 984 feet up from the Tianmen Mountain in one of China's national parks. It's a 100-meter or 110-yard-long walk on an almost completely transparent glass structure. Parts of the skywalk overlook the popular Tongjian Avenue, a mountain path that is 99 turns and snakes into the Tianmen Mountain. The walkway is more than stable, but you can see tourists clinging to the cliff afraid of falling, while the Boulder of Hearts sit directly on the glass looking over the deathly fall. 1. Linked Hybrid. This building from Stephen Hall architecture firm has been called a city within a city because of the plethora of different facilities that use the space inside. The Linked Hybrid has been named the best tall building of Australia and Asia because it comes with office space, educational facilities, and even a jazz club. The building itself consists of 8 different towers that are linked together by sky bridges. It's a compound that seeks to streamline city life by minimizing the amount of time people have to commute every day.